What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Eagles on the Air, the Salesian High School podcast brought to you straight from our broadcast studio. I'm Steve Celestio. I'll be your host, and I've got a great guest for you today. Our guest is none other than Salesian High School's phys ed teacher, our director of athletics, and a member of the class of 1980. I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. John Miressi. John, how are you, man?
You're very good. Thank you for the warm introduction.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for accepting to be on here. I know that you bring a unique perspective to the audience, and I'm excited to hear what you have to say. We start all of these episodes off the exact same way. I'm going to do nothing different right now. I'm going to ask you the simple question, what is your Salesian story? How did you come to know, attend, come back to Salesian High School?
Okay, Steve, that's a good question, and it's a good way to start the podcast. When I was in second grade, we moved from the west end of New Rochelle to the east end of New Rochelle, and I grew up living only a couple of blocks from here. And prior to the new gym being, the Wiegand Center being built, we used to come to the playground out here and play basketball for hours and hours a day. And there was a man with a black hat and a red feather. And at the time, the priests and the brothers lived in the building, and he could see right outside. And he came down and he took a liking to me. I took a liking to him. And he introduced me to some of the other brothers that were here. And I could tell you that probably every weekend and every day after school, we would come down and play. And Brother Jim Wiegand, God rest his soul, who passed away not too long ago, I took a liking to him. He took a liking to my family. He took a liking to my parents. And when 7th and 8th grade came, we decided to come to Salesian. It was the special type of bond that formulated when I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, and it continued through graduation. I got a solid background in English here and religion and all the subjects. I got a good quality education, and then I ended up at Stonehill College. I had the privilege to play for Brother Jim for 4 years. I always wanted to come back and coach. He instilled in most of his players the love for the game, and you really didn't realize it until you got older how much a coach influences a person's life. So not only did Brother Jim, but all the other brothers and all the teachers here influenced my life going forward. Upon graduation at Stonehill College in 1984, I worked downtown, and in 1996 opened up a business. Was pretty successful at it, and I had the opportunity to come back and coach, probably for 10 years, just as a coach. And then some type of renewal came throughout me, and I wanted to come back and work here full time. I saw that the amount of alum that work here, the amount of alum that teach here and coach here, the positive impact that coaches and the teachers had on the kids. I decided to make a career change and teach and work at Salesian. I don't regret anything that I've done here. It's been a fantastic experience, and very fulfilling, very, very fulfilling.
Well, I have a lot of questions to ask about your ride, your journey so far. I know that when I first met you, you were the JV basketball coach, and I was simply a referee. This is before I started working at Salesian. I was just a referee working CHSAA basketball games, and I think I was over here, and I worked one of your games. But I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Fast forward just a few years. You had the opportunity to coach none other than Joseph Miressi. All right, so you had the unique opportunity to coach your own son in a high school sport. And Joey was a good player. Joey played baseball for me.
Yeah.
He was on my baseball team when I was the JV coach. but also played varsity basketball for you.
Yeah. It was an experience that has positives and negatives. But just like Salesian did for me, athletics and academics, it did for my son, Joseph. I also have a daughter. And I always joke, I said, if this school would ever take girls, she wanted to come here as well. But that was a great experience, coaching your own son and winning a state championship, and probably played with one of the top 5 players in Salesian history, in Kevin Punter. So it was really good, really good.
I know he had a great opportunity. We're going to talk about this a little bit more in my notes here. I have this a little bit towards the end, but we can start to mention it now. But Joey's team, the team that Kevin was on, Jason Aline, Nick Sadie, and Mike Cacciato, one of the best, probably the best Salesian team. No offense, I know you've been coaching here a long time, but that team was just fantastic.
Oh, it was.
And they had the opportunity to basically open up the Wiegand Center. Like, that was your varsity team the first year the Wiegand Center was opened up.
Absolutely. We can joke about this. Brother Jim's pitch to me when I was in 8th grade is, by the time you graduate, we'll have a new gym. Well, 2011, we got the new gym.
At least we got it before Joey graduated.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. It was a great team, Steve. The kids, the parents, I couldn't ask for a better bunch of kids, a group of parents. It was great. Really good experience for all the kids. And you know what's really, really important, Steve? These kids come back. I mean, I talked to Kevin Punter. I talked to Jason Aileen. They come back on our campus. Nick Sedia, all of them, they come back. Most of them come back. And that's really, that's something that Brother Jim instilled in all of his players. To come back to Salesian. This is a home away from home.
It's amazing how you as a player transitioning to you as a teacher / coach / AD, those values never changed. It's been a number of years now. I mean, you're still in obviously great shape, and I know you love to play golf and all that, but you did graduate from here 45 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that the stuff you learned and the people that were impactful to you, continue to have that vibe. That's the only way I just describe it, that vibe over Salesian High School and the staff and the students.
We talk about the 4 pillars: the home, the school, the parish, and the playground. Mm-hmm. And golly, we are them. We are those 4 pillars. Mm-hmm. And athletics are those 4 pillars. The way I looked at it, and you don't realize this till you get a little older. You don't realize it when you're in your 20s or your 30s. But when you have a family and a wife and kids, and you look back and you say, oh, how did I get here? Well, Salesian was a very important picture, important part of you want to call it success, of me being successful. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for hopefully touching the lives of some of these kids. It's a great run so far. It's been a really, really good run.
I think as recent as just a couple days ago, the bell in front of the school rang. Someone came in through the front door, said hello to me.
Yeah.
And his first question was, "Is Miressi here?"
Yeah.
So I think I'm not talking out of line when I say that those people at home, those people in the school right now, hear the name John Miressi, and it's synonymous with Salesian athletics.
Well, that's those are kind words. I don't know if it's John Miressi, but it should be Salesian athletics. Our coaches are very dedicated. A lot of them alum. A lot of them are alum coaches who have played basketball here and baseball. Right, Steve Macias is back. I have, with that championship team, we had Frankie Giambrone and Mark Prey, Division I basketball player. There's a lot of history in Salesian athletics, and athletics really is just an extension of the classroom. And what's being taught in athletics is being taught in the classroom. How do we get to that next level?
And I think that's what we try to do every time we film a podcast, is get some of that history out there so people can hear about it and see it. and come on, come on over and be a part of it. The Salesian athletic program, let's go no further than this year. At the time of filming, it's mid-March right now. The spring sports are just getting underway, but we've had a pretty good fall and winter season so far. What have we done so far in the fall and the winter?
Okay, in the winter, our JV basketball team went to the finals. Our freshman basketball team went to the semifinals. The varsity basketball team, while we're young, won double the amount of games as we did last year. We lose only 2 seniors. There are a tremendous amount of kids that are trying out for the basketball team. Our baseball team, the JV baseball team, is 4-0 as of today. We're rebuilding that program. Our tennis team hasn't started yet, but the last 2 years went to the finals, which was played at the U.S. Tennis Open Billie Jean King Court in Flushing. The volleyball team, the last 2 years, went to the finals. They're currently 3-1. Bowling did a fantastic job too, going to the finals. So we're getting better every year, Steve. Every year.
And I got one more in here. Just tell me a little something about the run that the soccer team had this fall.
And that should be the feature of so far of this year's athletics. They played 16 games, won the championship, the Archdiocese championship, 16-0. It's an unbelievable run. The kids were great. They worked really, really hard. They practiced tremendously for the coach, Kevin Gray. Just a fantastic run by the soccer team. Fantastic run.
Yeah, and you have to give the kids a lot of the credit. I know when I was coaching, I always had a hard time taking credit, because like the typical thing, what do they say? When you win, it's the kids. When you lose, it's the coach. But I never felt that way over here. But you have to give the kids credit. Like you said, basketball. I mean, we're in New Rochelle. We still draw a ton of our students from the Bronx. Basketball, I like to think, is still like the premier sport in this area here. Yeah. And the kids come out so strong. Absolutely. The attendance at the basketball games. Absolutely. When we get a student section going on at the basketball games, it's a great environment. Yeah. We're lucky enough to have, like a bunch of the other schools, but we're lucky enough to have local live, and we stream all of our basketball games if you couldn't make it. But there's got to be something said. As the recruiter at school, as the director of admissions, I try to get kids on campus and just get interested in the school in general. And part of my pitch is the beautiful campus, and the recent pitch has been all these beautiful upgrades we've made to the academic building. Absolutely. But there's got to be something said about an athlete coming into Salesian High School, checking out our facilities, seeing that he could walk all the way to the back of campus and check out a beautiful waterfront baseball field with a couple batting cages.
Absolutely. The scenery is picturesque, Steve.
Yep.
We overlook the Long Island Sound.
Yep.
It's picturesque. It's a unbelievable baseball field. Getting back to basketball, you talk about the enthusiasm that we have, the kids, the enthusiasm that the kids have. We've just been approved to put a second varsity basketball team in for next year, okay, which is pretty cool. Okay, so there's given an opportunity. Salesian always tries to create opportunities for our kids. So that there's another opportunity for the kids to play. The soccer plays on a beautiful field right down the street, City Park Field. It's turfed. It's got lights. It's fantastic. The tennis team plays at Pinebrook Park, which is 3 or 4 minutes from here. Brand spanking new facility in New Rochelle. So things are moving in the right direction. I'm proud of the time and effort that the students put in, the coaches put in, that the administration, without the administration's assistance with everything, that, nothing gets done. So we have a really, really good administration here. The teachers are great. They monitor the grades. Everything is beautiful.
there's so much to say about everybody being on the same page.
Yeah.
And if we want a student to, if a student needs a little help getting in here, you have my support as the admissions director. Or, needs help, he wants to get a tour, or, he wants to, maybe needs to qualify for some financial aid. Maybe it's a little bit hard for the family to pay for the tuition. And so clicking on all cylinders, like I feel we do, certainly helps the student, which is what we're trying to do. I love the idea of the varsity B team. It is an absolute way to maintain a high level of competition and a high level of participation.
Right.
So you get 2 for 1.
2 for 1, absolutely. And you're giving the kids a chance to make the varsity A team, okay? It's all about opportunity. Listen, we find people's jobs. We find these kids jobs. Who's going to be a lifeguard? Who's going to be a busboy? Who's going to be a waiter? Who's caddying? Okay? So the whole key is to create opportunity for these kids.
And I love that it doesn't even need to be, because you just sparked something in my mind here. So many of our kids get the opportunity to participate in intercollegiate athletics, which is great. You go on to the college level, we have some college baseball players, college basketball players, college tennis players, soccer, right across the board, volleyball, right across the board. Each of our sports, we have somebody probably participating at the college level.
Absolutely.
But what's also interesting is, and I'm going to shout him out here because he knows I love him, he knows I love his whole family. One of the guys, Spencer Boateng, right, was on, and I started to think about Spencer as you were talking before, because Spencer did a great job for you in the basketball program when he was here. And, if you came by the gym, his face is, he's in the state championship photo.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But Spencer is now the head basketball coach at CCNY, which is nationally, that's a nationally known Division III basketball program.
Absolutely. He's done a fantastic job. And how about his brother?
Yep.
His brother is sitting on the bench as a grad assistant with Rick Pitino in St. John's.
I know.
And I mean, the opportunity, it's creating opportunity. And Spencer was the best.
Yep.
He was the alpha dog that every coach needs.
Yes. So it's no surprise that he's now coaching.
No.
I was over at Iona College at the time, not yet Iona University, and I met Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
And I look over, I was like, that looks like Stephen Boateng. I didn't realize he was on. I didn't realize he was on the staff. And now that again, time of filming here, we're in the middle of the NCAA tournament. Unfortunately, St. John's just lost. But it was funny watching Pitino get in the action, and Stephen Boateng is sitting on his bench.
Yeah, it was great for me to see.
Yes, absolutely.
It's really, he took advantage of the opportunity.
He did. He took advantage of participating in the athletic program here, and then used some of his skills in the classroom, combined the both, and it looks like both of them have their career projections are set.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm proud of them, both of them. And I talk to them every now and then, and I've gone to a couple of their games. They're doing great, and they love Salesian.
Yes, they do.
I can tell you that.
Yes, they do. Great family over there.
Yeah.
So we spoke about the soccer team playing at City Park, and they play on a beautiful field with the turf and the lights, and the baseball field, which is again, when I played baseball at Iona College, now Iona University, Salesian High School was our home field. So it's a beautiful spot down there.
Absolutely.
I love giving tours of this facility to athletes because they don't realize, they say, oh my God, you have a field right there. Right. It's gorgeous, right? It's absolutely beautiful. You could say, like you said before, we're right on the Long Island Sound. The place is incredible. You also have the luxury, dare I say luxury, of playing in probably the newest athletic facility in the league. I don't think any of the schools have built a gym since we've built ours. So we probably have the newest athletic facility.
We have the newest, and then don't forget the secondary gym, the oldest, Flaherty Hall, which serves our program quite well.
Yes. So we want to keep everything at Salesian High School student-centered.
There's one sport, Steve, that has taken off here that I really have to mention, and that's esports or e-gaming.
Yep.
We're part of the Electronic Gaming Federation, and I think this is our second year doing it. And the participation, it's electronic gaming. I'm not so well versed in it.
You don't play video games anymore?
Yeah, I don't. But the participation rate has doubled.
Yeah.
From last year, and they're doing quite well this year. That's something that, there's something at Salesian for everybody, And just to get off the athletic track just a bit, there's the debate club, there's the chess club, there's the ping pong club, there's the dominoes club, and then you've got the intramurals, which we're trying to put in flag football and basketball and soccer. So there's something here for everybody. There's the debate club, there's the robotics. There's something here for everybody, and that's what I love so much about Salesian.
I have to ditto that. I love, like we said about 5 minutes ago, it's all about participation. And when we can throw a little competition in there as well, everyone's the better.
Absolutely.
So,
I agree.
John, we're about 20 minutes in. I think you've been a great guest. I knew that you were going to bring a unique perspective. I loved speaking about some of the boys and hearing some of the names of the kids that were impactful, some of the older generation that were impactful to you. And dare I say that you are having the effect on the current group of students that Brother Jim had on you.
I think that the staff here, the teachers, the coaches, it's a team effort, Steve.
Yes.
You can't be just talking about athletics as team oriented. It's all about a team. And here at Salesian, I believe that it is a complete team effort to give the student the best opportunity to be successful in life. But let me do say this. When I was a junior, Mike Breen, I have to mention Mike Breen, right? The voice of the NBA, Mike Breen came to Salesian. And I talk to him every now and then. There's so much history here. There's the Mike Breens, the Kevin Punter. ESPN should do a documentary on Kevin Punter because there's no one like him. You'll never see another Kevin Punter again with the way college sports is going. But anyway, there's Mark Prey and Willie Latz, and there's just so many of them. A lot of Division I baseball players. It's just, and they come back, which is creating the opportunity, Steve. That's what we do here.
Yep.
That's what we do.
We love it. It's why you and I like to think it's why you and I have been here so long.
Yeah.
We're having a great run.
Absolutely.
I don't see an end in sight. I love it. I'm still going. I hope you are too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, John, it's been a great episode. Yeah. I had a lot of fun doing this. I appreciate you coming on, taking time out of your afternoon to come on with us.
I appreciate it.
And to everybody at home, we hope you enjoyed the episode. We're hoping for a strong spring season. Follow along on our website and all our social medias. John, everybody at home, it's been another exciting episode of Eagles on the Air.